Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums. This is Old Plus New 2022. Or to be more specific, this is Old Plus New June 2022. And this month the theme is Flipping Fantastic. This is a collab hosted by the Bitty Penny YouTube channel, where a bunch of creators get together and post on the fives. And all you need to do to join along is use the hashtag #OldPlusNew, spell out plus, 2022. The whole purpose of this is to spread creative joy and inspiration. And that's what I want to do today. I'd like to share a mini album that I made. I hope that you will be inspired by this. So since this is all about flips, I designed it, and I'm going to even show you my rough draft sketch. So this is what I used to design it. Well, first of all, I used the Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush paper pad in 6x8. And knowing that it had 24 sheets, I wanted to break this down and make sure I had enough paper to do everything I wanted to do. So I knew that I wanted to use 2 pages of the cut-aparts. And then, so that just leaves me with 22 pieces of paper left. And I needed 4 sheets for the cover, the front and back of the back cover and front cover. And there are 5 pages, so I needed 10 more sheets for that. And then add the cut-aparts, and with my math it gives me 8 pages of paper left over. So knowing I had 8 pages, I scheduled, or I sketched a couple of designs on how I was going to use that. And I decided to add something really flippin' fantastic at the end of this mini. And then another thing I do with my mini albums is I try to build up so at the end it's more like fireworks, bump, bump, bump. So I know it's a little crazy, but it's just how I design mini albums, and I like the format. Okay, and this Vicki Boutin paper is very colorful and very bright. There may be available cut-aparts or ephemera available, but all I had was the paper, which worked for me. I didn't add a lot to it. Every month, one of the group is the feature artist. So check out Mad About Cards and Crafts, and I'll put the link of everybody in the description box. But don't forget, you could also just use the hashtag to find everybody. So this is obviously using something old and something new. Now this paper pad is a new paper pad. I think it came out recently, maybe not yesterday, but recently. And in my stash, I already had the 5.5 by 7.5 mini album with the base pages. It didn't have any flaps or anything. I do have a link in the description box on the tutorial on how to make this base mini album. So I made my cover really, really simple. This page has beautiful butterflies, and I just liked all the colors. I was going to put something else in the corner, but I just thought after I was done, I don't really need anything else. Of course, I used black cardstock as the construction of the mini album, and you can barely see the little white layer, but above the white is a pink layer and then the pattern paper. I used a scallop punch on the corner just to add a little bit of interest. I backed the 3x4 cut apart with some pink to go along, and I just rounded the corners. And then just to break that up, I took a scrap of paper and put it across. So since it says finding joy in the simple things, I kept it simple. So inside I've got this beautiful, this is sun pattern paper, and that cut apart is the blue and yellow. I double matted. I double matted all the pages because I loved all of the color. Now this photo mat, you see that blue part is 4x6, and I took some scrap paper and cut about 3/4 of an inch by 4 to put it on the top. So you could put a 4x6 photo right on there, or you could trim it down 1/4 of an inch so you see some of the blue border on that hidden pocket. So there is the flap. I just put some sunshine paper on the back, and I've got little magnets to keep the flaps down. I love the flowers and I love the rainbow. So that one cut apart that's got the flower was a great way to accompany that one page. There's another photo mat. So now this page, the one with the hearts, is pretty plain, but the next one, there's a magnet on the flap, the cut apart flap, to hold it onto that smaller paper flap. And that was cut 4 inches by 6, so that way I only needed to use one piece of my 6x8 paper. So there's the scrap on the top of that. Now all of the other paper is bright and colorful, and then you have this blue, dark blue tones with the philodendron print. I thought that was beautiful. And then I used the diagonal stripe on the inside. And the paper with the lettering is a nice backdrop for those pages. So now this one gets a little more complicated. I was going to take that peacock and put it right there on the cover, but again, I just thought it was too much for it, so I just decided I'll find somewhere for it in the center of the book. So now that flap comes up, and then that opens up to the side. So those oranges give you lots of room to put photos, and there's the hidden pocket page. So on the back inside cover, first of all, I made the decoration just taking strips of paper because I was out of paper, and just putting it on a piece of paper, cutting it, and then gluing it down. So all you have to do with this is pull, and those pages will open up. And then you just push it in, and it closes. And that just gives you some extra room for photos. I just thought it would be a flippin' fantastic way to end that book. So again, finding joy in the simple things. And this is 5.5 by 7.5. Pretty simple mini album, but if you haven't made one before, this is a great way to start. So that is what I have for you this month. Don't forget, if you would like to make something old plus new, use stuff from your stash and make something new. Don't forget to use the hashtag #oldplusnew2022. And don't forget to subscribe. Next month, I'm the feature artist. So on the 5th of July, I will be posting something fabulous. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.